Here's your refined, punchy script with razor-sharp delivery and viral hooks. Big tech didn't invent AI, they invented the greatest money printing scheme since the tulip mania. Let's talk numbers. Billion burned by OpenAI in 2023. For what? Models that still get basic facts wrong and cost more to run than a small country's GDP. Their breakthrough. A chatbot that occasionally writes a decent haiku before crashing like a Windows 95 update. Microsoft's Azure AI. 80% of companies admit it's useless, yet they keep paying. Because the real product isn't the software. It's the fear of looking stupid. You'd rather waste millions on a broken tool than admit you got played. That's not tech. That's extortion with a user-friendly interface. Then there are the APIs $0 per request for answers that could have been Googled in 30 seconds. You're not buying intelligence. You're buying access to a very expensive placebo. And the kicker? By the time you deploy it, it's already outdated. That's not innovation. That's a subscription-based Ponzi scheme. Here's the truth. AI isn't profitable. It's a financial heist. They're not selling you a product, they're selling you the illusion of progress while quietly siphoning your budget into their next hype cycle. And the worst part, you're the one paying for the privilege of being distracted. Pause. Deadpan. The only thing AI has ever outperformed is common sense. And that's a feature, not a bug. The AI revolution isn't helping you, it's rewriting the rules. Let's start with healthcare, where AI's miracle cures have a body count. Path AI, marketed as the future of cancer detection, was pulled after misdiagnosing 1 in 8 patients, including one whose death could have been prevented. The FDA didn't just warn investors. They issued a recall. But did big tech pause? They just rebranded the failure as learning from data. Translation: our AI killed someone, but hey, at least it's improving. Then there's education, where personalized learning means your child gets locked into the exact same biases as the last 50 years of failed policies. A science study found 68% of AI recommendations don't just fail, they make inequality worse. And guess who's paying? You are. Schools shell out 3 times more for these smart systems than for actual teachers. That's not education. That's algorithmic apartheid. But here's the real scam. AI doesn't just fail, it manipulates. That automated performance review your boss sent? Not a tool. A weapon. It doesn't just evaluate you, it trains you to fear your own job security. One wrong metric, one bad quarter, and suddenly you're a low performer. Congratulations, you've been algorithmically gaslit. The worst part, you're not the customer. You're the lab rat. Every interaction trains these systems to be more invasive, more controlling, more necessary. And the moment you realize you can't opt out, too late. You've already signed the contract in blood. Your data. They don't sell AI. They sell surrender. The future isn't coming. It's already here and it's wearing your face. You're the unwitting trainer of the most dangerous AI experiment in history, and you're getting paid in attention, not cash. Every deepfake that goes viral isn't just a lie, it's your feedback. The algorithm doesn't just track your clicks. It studies your brain. That fake CEO confession you shared? The AI didn't just learn what worked, it learned how to trick you next time. Stanford's data says it plain. Emotional deepfakes outperform neutral ones by 400%. That's not an accident. That's you, optimized as training data. Here's the real joke. You think you're the audience. You're not. You're the beta tester, the unpaid developer, the focus group for the next generation of lies. That bare analogy? Too kind. You're not feeding it, you're rewriting its DNA. Next time you share a viral deepfake, remember, you're not just spreading misinformation. You're funding the next perfection. And the machine? It's not laughing. It's already better at lying than you are at spotting the truth. The AI bubble isn't bursting, it's festering. Scenario 1, the great valuation vomit. Stability: AI once worth billion vanishes overnight. Not with a bang, but a whimper. They're revolutionary models. They're investors. Ghosts. Because this isn't a crash. It's an autopsy. And the coroner's report. Death by hype. Remember NVIDIA's 500% stock surge? That wasn't growth. That was a Ponzi scheme with a GPU. When companies realize their AI can't even balance a budget, the sell-off won't be a correction, it'll be a reckoning. And the best part? No CEOs in handcuffs. Just another Tuesday on Wall Street. Scenario 2, the data apocalypse. Right now, 40% of AI's training data is stolen. your emails, your medical records, your creative work, repurposed without permission. When people finally realize their digital lives were never theirs to begin with, the backlash won't be a lawsuit. It'll be a revolution. And the AI companies? They'll already be halfway to Mars. Scenario 3. The unstoppable feedback loop. Japan banned AI chatbots linked to suicides. Germany declared AI-generated evidence inadmissible in court. But here's the kicker. The damage is permanent. These systems didn't just fail. They rewrote the rules. And the worst part, we didn't even notice. The bubble isn't popping. It's metastasizing. And when it finally collapses, the only ones who'll be left standing are the ones who saw through the illusion. The rest will be the collateral damage. Your face isn't just your identity, it's the hottest commodity on the dark web. For just $0, anyone can buy a custom deepfake of you. Need a fake confession? A fabricated scandal? A political hit job? Your face is the product. And the market isn't just alive, it's booming. 200 gets you a deepfake so convincing it could destroy a career. 00 buys you a lie so personal it could ruin a relationship. The only requirement: your digital footprint. Here's the reality. You don't need to be famous to be targeted. A few selfies, a minute of your voice. That's all it takes. These aren't just tools, they're weapons, and the dark web is their factory floor. The question isn't whether someone will use your face to deceive others. It's how badly they'll want to. Every photo you post, every video you upload, every moment you share online. You're not just documenting your life, you're feeding the machine. And the market? It's always open. The only question left is, are you next? They don't want you to see this. The AI revolution isn't happening. You're being revolutionized. And the only way to fight back: stop playing by their rules. First rule: stop training the enemy. Every time you use an AI tool, you're funding its next power grab. Your searches, data for their algorithms. Your efficiency, metrics, fuel for their surveillance state. Unplug it. Use the old tools. Write the code yourself. Make them earn your compliance. Second rule: demand the receipt. When they say, AI is inevitable, ask, who benefits? When they promise, personalized everything, ask, at what cost? The system only works if you don't ask questions. So ask them, loudly. Third rule: the real resistance isn't in the code, it's in the streets. Unions are fighting back. Lawyers are suing. And the algorithms? They're just tools. The people pulling the strings. They're the ones who need to be exposed. They want you distracted. They want you divided. They want you believing the machine is smarter than you. Don't let them win. Like if you're done being the product. Comment with the dumbest AI claim you've heard this week. We'll debunk the worst ones. Subscribe if you want to know how to fight back before it's too late. The future isn't written. It's being hacked right now. And the password? Your refusal to comply. We told you laws would save us. We told you AI would catch them. We told you ethics would matter. We were lying. Because the truth is simple, no one is fixing this. Governments move at snail speed while deepfakes evolve at light speed. Detection tools, obsolete before launch. Ethical AI, a joke. The same companies funding research to stop deepfakes. They're the ones selling the tech. Stanford's data confirms it. 90% of detection research comes from deepfake profit centers. Convenient, isn't it? Here's the real problem. It's not the tech. It's you. That 2023 study wasn't wrong. 68% of deepfake spread came from shares. Not hackers. Not bots. Your outrage. Your shares. Your unquestioning thumbs. You're not the audience. You're the amplifier. And the worst part, you won't change. Because deepfakes aren't just lies, they're designed to be addictive. Like a car crash you can't look away from. Like gossip you have to share. The machine doesn't just want your attention, it wants your help. So here's the hard truth. There is no solution. Not from laws. Not from tech. Not from anyone but you. And let's be honest, you're not going to stop. Because the system doesn't need you to fix it. It needs you to keep playing your part. Pause. Then, colder smiley face. The only question left is, what happens when the deepfakes stop being fake? The greatest magic trick in tech history you've been had. And the magician is laughing. Big tech didn't invent AI. They invented the greatest confidence game since the stock market. Their secret weapon? Progressive disclosure, just enough truth to make you swallow the lie whole. Meta announces, our AI now understands context. Translation. Our model got slightly better at guessing your next word while failing spectacularly at everything else. You won't see the fine print because the bad numbers are buried in 200-page PDFs no one reads. The failures are locked in NDAs you'll never access. The critics are drowned out by paid influencers and corporate think tanks. They don't need to lie. They just need you to stop asking questions. Next time someone tells you AI is advancing, ask, advancing toward what? Your convenience? Their profits? Or just another layer of control? Because here's the truth. The only thing advancing is their grip on your attention. And you've been the volunteer in this experiment all along. Deepfakes aren't just lies, they're psychological landmines. And you're the one stepping on them. In 2022, Russia didn't need missiles to shake Ukraine's resolve. They just needed one deepfake video of Zelensky ordering surrender. 1 million views in hours. The damage wasn't in belief, it was in the crack of doubt. That single second where you hesitate, where you share, where you ask the question no one can answer. Is this real? Here's the war no one's telling you about. The algorithm doesn't care about truth. It cares about your uncertainty. Stanford's data proves it. Deepfakes spread faster than real news because they're engineered for your hesitation. A hero becomes a traitor in 60 seconds. A victory dissolves into chaos with one share. The weapon isn't the lie, it's your reflex to react. You're not just watching these videos. You're the delivery system. That viral clip? The shocking revelation. The can you believe this moment. You're the one who makes it work. Because in the deepfake era, outrage spreads faster than verification. And the enemy doesn't need you to believe. They just need you to share once. That's all it takes to rewrite reality. Pause. Then, colder. The next time you see something too good to be true, ask yourself, was this made for you to share? Or for you to doubt? AI is the greatest Ponzi scheme since the dot-com crash. Let me paint you a picture. 2000, Pets.com spends 0 million on a website selling dog food. Result? Bankruptcy in 9 months. 2024. OpenAI spends billion on models that still hallucinate basic facts. Result? More funding. No profits. 2017. Crypto ICOs raise 1 billion, most of it vaporware. 2023. AI startups raise 40 billion with zero business model. Same script. Different decade. Different victims. The difference this time? This isn't just about money. This is about rewiring entire industries while the people running the show can't even make a working product. When this collapses, investors lose billions. Again. Workers lose jobs. Again. But this time, we lose trust in technology itself. And the worst part, you're not being forced to play. You're choosing to believe the hype. The only question left, when the music stops, will you be the one holding the bag? Or will you be the one who saw the scam coming? Your deepfake detector is like a screen door on a submarine. Microsoft's video authenticator. 30% failure rate on good fakes. Deepware's AI verification. Outdated before launch. Even social media's built-in warnings? A joke. Because here's the truth, the best deepfakes don't leave traces. They're trained on millions of real videos. So they don't just fool you, they fool the detection tools too. MIT's 2023 study didn't just confirm the problem, it exposed the scam. These solutions aren't getting better. They're getting bypassed faster. While you're tapping, "I'm not a robot," the real hackers are reverse engineering the same tech to make their fakes undetectable. It's like giving a safecracker the combination manual. How's that working out? And the best part, the companies selling you these tools, they're the ones making the deep fakes too. Google, Microsoft, same players, same game. They'll tell you detection is 90% accurate, while quietly improving their own AI. So when you see headlines about new breakthroughs, ask yourself, who's really winning here? Pause. Then, sharper smiley face. Your protection isn't a shield. It's a participation trophy for the people who already own the game. You're not the user. You're the trainee. Here's the truth about AIs. Help. You didn't get hijacked. You volunteered. Look at how it works. Productivity apps don't just track your work, they turn your ambition into a game. Personalized recommendations don't serve you, they serve the algorithm's predictions. That helpful, smart assistant. It's not helping you, it's training you. The real magic isn't the code. It's the psychology. You don't resist because convenience feels like freedom. Compliance feels like progress. The system rewards your participation, and by the time you realize you've been optimized for someone else's benefit, the optimization is complete. You didn't lose control. You surrendered it. And the worst part, you thought you were winning? Your brain has a fatal flaw and deep fakes know exactly how to exploit it. You were built to trust faces. That's how you survived. But here's the problem. Your brain can't tell real from fake. It doesn't analyze blink rates or lighting inconsistencies. It just sees a face and assumes it's human. That's the veridicality effect, your hardwired bias that deep fakes were designed to weaponize. UC Berkeley's 2023 study proved it. 60% of people failed to spot deep fakes while AI detectors only caught 70%. The worst part. When forced to choose, humans trusted the fakes more than reality. Your brain doesn't just miss the lies, it actively prefers them. And that's the real hack. Deepfakes don't just mimic faces, they hijack your brain's trust system. That viral celebrity confession? Your brain doesn't scream, fake. It whispers, believable. And that's exactly what the algorithm wants. Pause. Then, colder smiley face, your brain wasn't built for this war. And the enemy knows it. The day the lab rats stop pressing levers, big tech has one existential fear. The moment you realize you weren't the customer. You were the experiment. Right now, 40% of AI's intelligence is built on your stolen emails, your unpaid creative work, your medical records sold without consent. But here's what they're not telling you. That data isn't just valuable. It's the foundation of their entire empire. When the public finally connects the dots, class action lawsuits won't just demand money. They'll demand the return of stolen lives. They'll demand the destruction of the systems built on exploitation, and when that happens, the AI bubble won't just pop. It'll detonate. Because the real currency wasn't dollars. It was your attention. It was your trust. It was your future. And the bill? It's coming due. And it's not in small change. Deepfakes aren't just lies, they're financial weapons. And the market is their battlefield. One fake video. One resignation. 4 billion vanished in minutes. Not stolen, erased. Because when Elon Musk's voice said, "I quit," in a deepfake, the algorithms didn't care if it was real. The market did. And the people who made that fake, they didn't need a hacker army. They just needed 00 and your trust. Stanford's data doesn't lie. 45% of deepfake fraud isn't random crime, it's corporate warfare. Short sellers. Competitors. Algorithmic vultures. They're not breaking in, they're buying the keys. And the scariest part, this is just the beginning. If a deepfake can crash a stock, what's stopping someone from faking your voice in a wire transfer scam? Making you endorse a product you've never seen? Turning your face into a liability before you even know it's happening? The tech's here. The market's open. The only thing protecting you? Your skepticism. And let's be honest, that's not a strategy. It's a prayer. Pause. Then, colder. The next time you see something too perfect to be true, ask yourself, was this made to inform you? Or to own you? The great AI unwinding has begun. They promised us a revolution. What we're getting is a correction. Japan didn't just regulate AI. They erased it after chatbots drove people to suicide. Italy rejected EU's ethical AI because ethics were just a cover. South Korea banned AI news because deepfakes broke democracy. The pattern is clear. When AI fails, we don't fix it. We abandon it. Hospitals. Back to human doctors. Courts. Back to human judges. Schools. Back to human teachers. Because here's the truth, AI wasn't the future. It was a distraction. And now? We're remembering what actually works. The only question left, will we learn from this? Or just wait for the next hype cycle? The answer is already written. The algorithm doesn't just love deepfakes, it was built to weaponize them. And you're the trigger. One fake video. 10 million views in 24 hours. Not because it's true, but because it's designed to make you lose your mind. LeBron James roasting his ex. Too perfect. That politician's scandalous confession. Too convenient. Because these aren't mistakes, they're engineered for your brain. MIT's data is clear. Deepfakes spread 60% faster than real news. Because they're not just fake, they're addictive. Anger. Shock. The algorithm doesn't care about truth, it cares about your reaction. And when you share that viral deepfake, you're not just consuming content, you're training the next one. Here's the kicker. You don't even know you're doing it. Oh, this is too wild not to share. Boom. You just fed the machine. You just made the next deepfake better. You're not the audience. You're the lab rat. And the worst part, you're getting paid in likes. Pause. Then, sharper, every time you share a deepfake, you're not just spreading a lie, you're funding the next one. And the algorithm? It's laughing all the way to the bank. The AI scam is over. Now what? Here's the hard truth. AI isn't here to help you. It's here to own you. They sold you a dream of efficiency, progress, and magic while quietly building a system that steals your data, then sells it back to you, replaces your skills, then calls it innovation, controls your attention, then calls it personalization. The bubble isn't bursting. It's already a wreck. The only question left: who gets left standing when the pieces fall? Will it be the investors who treated AI like a money machine? The executives who bet careers on hype? Or you, the one who actually had to live with the consequences? Your move? Because the future isn't about whether AI wins. It's about who gets to pull the strings. And right now, the game is rigged. So what's your play? The solution? There isn't one. Because the problem isn't the tech, it's you. We've been lied to. Just wait for the regulators. Just wait for better AI. But here's the truth. The system was never meant to stop deep fakes. It was meant to profit from them. Governments move slow. Tech companies move fast. And by the time they fix one flaw, the deep fakes will already be perfect. And let's be real, you're not helping. 68% of deepfake views? Shared by people like you. Not because you're stupid. Because you're addicted. To outrage. To drama. To the impossible. And deepfakes? They're designed to feed that addiction. Every share. Every like. Can you believe this? You're not the victim. You're the fuel. So no, there's no magic app. No law that will save you. No ethical AI panel that gives a damn. The only thing that can stop this is if you stop. But here's the brutal truth. You won't. Because deepfakes don't just lie to you, they lie to your brain. They're designed to go viral. To make you click. To make you share. And until you break the cycle, the machine will keep grinding you into its next perfect fake. Pause. Then, colder smiley face, the system is broken. The only question left is, will you be the one who finally breaks it? Or just another cog in the machine? Enough being the lab rats. Here's how to fight back. This isn't about technology. It's about power. And power isn't given. It's taken. So here's your battle plan. 1. Stop funding the machine. Every free AI tool you use, you're paying with your data. Delete the apps. Block the trackers. Your attention isn't free, it's the most valuable currency on earth. Demand the truth, ask your boss. Show me the receipts. What AI are they using? Where'd it come from? If they can't answer, they're lying. Unite or be divided, they want you arguing about if AI will replace your job. We need to talk about who controls it. Unionize. Organize. Make them nervous. Because here's the secret, they're terrified of you. Not of algorithms. Of people who stop obeying. The future isn't written. It's being decided right now in boardrooms, in courtrooms, and in the choices we make. So what's your move? Drop a comment below. What's one thing you're doing to push back? And if you're serious, subscribe. Because next time, we're exposing how big tech's AI lobby is rewriting the rules and how to burn the playbook before it's too late. The game's rigged. But we're the ones holding the deck. Your face isn't yours anymore. It's a product. And the market is open. 00 buys your likeness. 000 makes it perfect. 000 guarantees it goes viral. Welcome to the dark web's new black market. Your identity leaked a single photo online. Congratulations, you just became a scammer's ATM. Need proof? A deepfake voice call demanding money? A fake endorsement video? 500. The only thing more valuable than your data. Your reputation after the scam hits someone you love. Here's the worst part. You're not the mark. You're the bait. Your friends. Your family. Your colleagues. They're the ones who'll get the call, the video, the urgent request. And by the time they realize it's not you, the damage is permanent. Pause. Then, colder smiley face, they're not stealing your face. They're farming it. And the harvest season just started. The future isn't what they sell you. It's what you take back. They've got your attention. They've got your data. They've got your time. But they don't have your resistance. Because here's the truth, The future won't be built by machines. It'll be built by who refuses to be controlled by them. The algorithms can predict. The corporations can manipulate. But they can't stop you from thinking. So here's your choice. Keep scrolling. Let them rewrite reality one algorithm at a time. Or wake up and start rewriting the rules yourself. The system was never inevitable. It was just what they wanted you to believe. So what's it gonna be? The revolution starts when you stop waiting for permission. Final screen. White text on black, burning slow like embers. They want obedience. You want freedom. A single gunshot echo. Then silence. They didn't need bombs. They just needed your doubt. June 2022. One video. One voice. One lie. Zelensky, surrendering, and suddenly, the world lost its mind. 1 million views in hours. Markets crashed. Allies hesitated. Then they exposed it. Too late. Russia didn't win battles with tanks that day. They won with your hesitation. Because in this war, the most powerful weapon isn't force, it's making you question everything. Stanford's data doesn't lie. Deepfakes don't just spread faster than truth, they erase it. By the time you realize it's fake, the damage is already done. Here's what they're really training you for. Not just distrusting politicians. Distrusting your own eyes. The next deepfake won't just be about wars, it'll be about your bank account. Your reputation. Your future. And the scariest part, you won't even notice when it starts. Pause. Then, sharper smiley face, they're not fighting for territory. They're fighting for your mind. And the battle's already lost. You're not the customer. You're the product. And you're working for free. Your phone knows you're stressed before you do. Your calendar reshapes your life before you wake up. Your productivity isn't measured by results, it's measured by how well you obey the algorithm. This isn't progress. This is behavioral lock-in. Amazon doesn't just replace workers. It rewires them. That Slack bot nudging you to work late. Not an assistant. A jailer. That fitness tracker celebrating your productivity streak. Not motivation. Conditioning. The most dangerous AI isn't the one that fires you. It's the one that makes you fire yourself. You didn't get optimized. You optimized yourself. Because somewhere, someone convinced you, this is helping you. It's not. It's training you. And you're loving it. Welcome to the optimization economy where the system doesn't need to force you. Because you're already doing its work for free. They're selling you security tools while building the weapons. And you're buying the lie. You've seen the ads. Download this magic detector. Spot fakes in seconds. But here's the truth, these tools are just another layer of the scam. Microsoft's video authenticator. 90% accurate. Until the bad guys use it to train their own AI. You're not fighting a static enemy, you're playing catch-up in an arms race you didn't even know you were in. And let's talk about adoption. Deepware scanner. The best defense. 3% of users. That's not a failure of the tool, that's the point. Pew Research nailed it. You don't verify. They don't lose. Because while you're scrolling, they're refining. Same companies selling you ethical AI are bankrolling deepfake labs in the same breath. Convenient. For them. Here's the brutal math. No tool works if you don't use it. And you're not using it. Because the system doesn't want you to. Your laziness is their profit. Your skepticism, their biggest threat. So ask yourself, when was the last time you questioned a viral video? Exactly. That's the problem. Pause. Then, colder smiley face, they're not selling you protection. They're selling you false confidence. And you're paying for it with your trust. AI isn't a business. It's a casino. Same script. New decade. Same players. Different napkins. Remember the dot-com bubble? No revenue. Sky-high valuations. Business plans written in smoke. Now meet AI 2.0, where the only thing more valuable than the tech is the hype around it. Stability AI, billion to bankruptcy in 2 years. Microsoft's AI tools, used by 0.3% of customers. Same old song. This time it's different. Until it isn't. No more pretending. No more websites. Just black boxes with price tags and the promise that you'll pay to stay in the dark. They're not selling you AI. They're selling you the illusion of control. And like every casino, the house always wins. As long as you keep playing. Investment opportunity. It's a vending machine. And you're the one feeding the coins. Your brain trusts deep fakes before it even knows they're fake. That's not a bug, it's a feature of the scam. Evolution made you believe faces. Survival depended on it. But now, deepfakes are exploiting your oldest instincts like a glitch in the system. Harvard's 2023 study proved it. 60% of people can't spot fakes even when staring directly at them. Your brain doesn't just fail at this. It's hardwired to get fooled. Here's the science. Your amygdala lights up same threat response, real or fake. Your face recognition center can't tell the difference. And when the deepfake stutters, your brain just fills in the blanks. It's not carelessness. It's biology. You weren't built for this war. Even worse, deepfakes trigger real emotions. Insult a fake celebrity. Your brain's, ouch, center reacts like it's personal. That's why you share it. That's why you feel it. And by the time logic catches up, the damage is already viral. Pause. Then, colder smiley face. Your brain wasn't designed to fight deep fakes. It was designed to trust them. And that's exactly how they win. AI isn't smart. It's a magician with a script. They don't show you the whole act, just the best tricks. Meters, breakthrough, AI. Worse at basic tasks than before. Like a chess grandmaster who suddenly can't move a pawn. The headlines lie, the fine print doesn't. Here's how the con works. 1. Our AI writes poetry. It steals from Shakespeare. It understands emotions. It matches keywords to emojis. You're impressed. Because you never saw the full show. You're not the mark. You're the audience. And the magician only needs one thing from you, your attention. Because the secret. The audience doesn't need to believe. They just need to keep watching. And that's how you turn a billion money pit into a self-sustaining hype machine. Encore. The show never ends. They didn't need a heist crew. They just needed a deepfake and a grudge. February 2021. Tesla at 82. One video. One exhausted-looking Elon Musk. I'm resigning. 4 billion vanished in minutes. The market didn't just panic, it obeyed. And when they exposed it, too late. This wasn't crime. This was corporate warfare. Who won? Short sellers laughing all the way to the bank. Competitors who got exactly what they wanted. Trolls who just enjoyed the show. Deepfakes aren't just for criminals anymore, they're the ultimate power move for anyone with money. And malice. So let me ask you this. If a fake video can wipe out a Fortune 500 company in 60 seconds, what's stopping some algorithm from wiping out your life? Your savings? Your name? This tech isn't hidden. It's sold openly. And the only defense? Your ability to see the lie before it destroys you. Pause. Then, sharper smiley face. The market's already been hacked. Now it's your turn. The AI bubble won't burst in the stock market. It will explode in your inbox. 2026. The crash isn't coming. The reckoning is. Because here's what they never warned you about. AI wasn't built with permission. It was built with your medical records. Your private emails. Your grandma's family photos. All scraped, all stolen, all fed into machines that don't even understand what they've been given. When the truth comes out, it won't be about lost money. It'll be about stolen lives. Imagine the day people realize their entire digital existence was used to train a chatbot that invents lies about them. Class action lawsuits. Coming. Regulatory wars. Already happening. And the worst part. They can't erase the models. But they will face the music for how they were made. The real crime isn't that AI is broken. It's that it was built on theft. And when people find out, they won't just sue. They'll burn the whole system down. Your Honor, this industry doesn't just have skeletons in the closet. It has your data in the server. The algorithm doesn't care about truth. It cares about your rage, and it's feeding you lies to keep you hooked. Here's the hard truth. You're not just watching deep fakes. You're funding them. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, they don't just host fake content. They weaponize it. Because here's the algorithm's dirty little secret. Deepfakes outperform real content by 300%. That viral celebrity scandal? That politician's explosive confession? Staged. That heartbreaking family drama? Scripted. Because outrage moves faster than truth, and algorithms pay for outrage. A deepfake CEO confession gets 10 million views in 24 hours. A real investigation. Luck to hit 100K. The equation is brutal. Fake content equals more clicks equals more ads equals more profits. But here's the real kicker. You're the one fueling this machine. Every share, every like, you're not just consuming misinformation. You're training the AI. The more you engage, the smarter the algorithm gets at trapping you in the fake news cycle. This isn't an accident. This is the business model. And the worst part, you don't even see it. Because when the algorithm gives you exactly what you want, even if it's a lie, you'll keep coming back. You're not the victim here. You're the product. Pause. Then, colder smiley face. The algorithm doesn't want to show you the truth. It wants to show you what keeps you scrolling, and that's a lie you'll believe. AI in education isn't personalized learning. It's behavioral engineering. They sold us a dream, one algorithm. Millions of students. Perfectly tailored education. Reality. 68% of AI recommendations don't teach. They sort. Pushing black students into trade schools. Guiding white students toward Ivy League paths. Not because it's fair, because it's profitable. And the worst part, no one tells the kids. Their personalized future isn't about potential. It's about predictability. They didn't build AI to educate. They built it to standardize. And the system's working perfectly. Good job following the script. Bell rings. Now let's see how well you obey. We spent billions fighting deep fakes. The real problem? We don't actually want to win. Governments pass laws. Tech companies promise ethical AI. We build detection tools faster than the fakes improve. And yet nothing changes. Because here's the truth, there is no solution. Not because the technology is unstoppable, but because we're the ones keeping it alive. Think about it. Outrage pays better than truth. A fabricated scandal gets more shares than real news. A deepfake drama outperforms facts. We're not just watching this show, we're the audience that demands the sequel. And the algorithms? They're not just serving you deepfakes, they're feeding your craving. Every share, every like, you're not just consuming misinformation. You're training the system to give you more of what you secretly love. Stanford's numbers don't lie. 68% of deepfake views come from shared content. That's not an accident. That's the business model. And until we collectively decide that truth is more valuable than outrage, the deepfakes will keep evolving. No regulation will stop this. No AI will fix this. Only we can. But we won't. Because in the end, we'd rather believe the spectacle than the truth. Pause. Then, with quiet certainty smiley face, the real problem isn't the deep fakes. It's that we'd rather watch them than live in reality. And that's a problem no algorithm can solve. AI isn't a business. It's a pyramid scheme with a supercomputer. They tell you, 2 trillion in profits by 2030. They don't tell you. That's built on burning billion this year. OpenAI's revolution. A chatbot that hallucinates medical advice. A legal AI that cites fake cases. Poetry that's just Wikipedia with a filter. And the cost? More expensive to run than some countries' budgets. Luxury yacht vs. smokestack. Which one's actually making money? No business plan. No real product. Just venture capital flowing through hype until the crash. They're not selling AI. They're selling you the illusion of progress while the real money disappears into the black box. And the worst part, they don't even pretend anymore. Investment opportunity. It's a slot machine. And the house always wins. Until the coins run out. You're not just watching deep fakes, you're the R&D department for the next generation. Every like, every share, every outraged comment. That's not consumption, that's training data. The algorithm doesn't just track what you watch, it studies how you react. What makes you pause? What makes you scream, fake? What makes you believe? It learns your biases, your blind spots, your weaknesses. Then it adjusts. The next deepfake you see? More convincing, more personalized, more designed to fool you. This isn't speculation. NVIDIA's own researchers confirmed it. Their AI models improve 10% faster when trained on real human engagement. So when you share that deepfake, you're not just spreading misinformation. You're speeding up its evolution. Here's the cycle and you're the engine. Your click right pointing arrow, more deep fakes, right pointing arrow, AI learns right pointing arrow, better deep fakes, right pointing arrow, repeat. Pause. Then, sharper smiley face, you're not the victim here. You're the test subject. And the experiment is working. The algorithm doesn't need to trick you into clicking, it tricks you into thinking you're the one in control. But the truth, you're the lab rat. And the results are getting terrifying. AI won't save jobs. It will save companies money on you. They don't call it automation. They call it workforce optimization. 30% of jobs replaced by 2027. Not robots taking your job being turned into a temp gig managed by a robot. No more stability. No more benefits. Just flexible contracts and dynamic performance metrics where your worth gets recalculated every 90 days. And when it fails, the algorithm said you weren't productive enough. Quote, performance review email flashes. Termination recommended. Here's the real contract. You work harder. They pay less. The AI decides when you're expendable. And when the crash comes, who gets cut first? Not the executives. Not the algorithm designers. Because the math is simple, cost savings achieved. Mission accomplished. Calculator clicks. Your future disappears. Your face isn't yours. It's the hottest commodity on the dark web and you didn't even get paid. Forget bank hacks, your likeness is now liquid assets. On the black market. A custom deepfake of you, your voice, your expressions, your entire persona sells for 0.0. Want premium quality? 0.0 buys you viral perfection. And here's the kicker. You'll never see the transaction coming. This isn't amateur hour. Professional syndicate operations trade complete deepfake toolkits, romance scam templates, CEO impersonation packages, revenge porn factories. All they need? One photo. One old video clip. Modern AI doesn't require hours of footage, just a few seconds of your face to rebuild you digitally. In minutes. Here's the real crime. You're not the victim. You're the unwitting product. Your digital twin gets sold to scammers who'll use it to empty your accounts, destroy your reputation, or blackmail your loved ones. By the time you realize what's happening, the damage is permanent. The money's gone. The harm can't be undone. Pause. Then, with chilling finality, smiley face, your face wasn't stolen. It was monetized. And the market never closes. The question isn't if it'll happen to you, it's when. So ask yourself, what's your digital likeness worth to the highest bidder? The AI revolution won't end with a crash. It will end with a whisper. Japan didn't just ban AI chatbots in 2023. They buried them. Because people weren't using them. They were falling in love with them. And that's when the real retreat begins. Not a crash. A calculated unraveling. Governments won't call it failure. They'll call it ethical concern. Bans on military AI. Already happening. Restrictions on consumer AI. Coming soon. All wrapped in principled language while the real work continues in the dark. The public gets their moral pause. The military gets their uninterrupted contracts. Surveillance gets its new lease on life. And then silence. No grand unveiling. No revolutionary breakthrough. Just the slow realization, the AI future was never about progress. It was about control. Door clicks shut. Phase 1 complete. Now for the real project. In 2022, a single fake video made the world question a war they were already watching live. February 2022. Russia invades Ukraine. The world watches in real time. Then a single video appears. Zelensky in combat gear, announcing surrender. 1 million views in hours. News outlets scramble. Too late. The damage is done. But here's the truth. It never happened. No leak. No mistake. A deepfake. And not just any deepfake, a psychological weapon. Russia didn't need military victories. They needed your doubt. One perfectly timed video. One strategically planted lie. Suddenly, the narrative shifts. Is Ukraine really fighting? Are they losing? Should we still believe them? This wasn't about winning battles. It was about losing the war of perception. And the most terrifying part, it worked. Because in the deepfake era, truth doesn't matter. What matters is what you choose to believe. And when someone can make you question reality, they've already manipulated you. Pause. Then, with cutting precision smiley face, the next viral video you see that feels too perfect. That's how wars are won now. Not with tanks. With doubt. And the worst part, you won't even know you've been played. AI isn't the future. It's the same old con.com. Check. Crypto. Check. AI hype cycle. Checkmate. Same script. Different decade. Different victims. 2000, the next Amazon. No revenue, just slides. 2017. Blockchain will change everything. Private jets to crypto parties. 2024. AI is the new electricity. Same chart, same lies, only difference. This time, they're burning your future, not just your money. And when the music stops, no revolution. Just consultants selling the wreckage. The real game wasn't AI. It was keeping you busy while they rigged the next casino. Chip flips, betting open. House always wins. Round 2 starts now. 1 30-second video. A single tweet. 4 billion wiped out in minutes. That's not a glitch. That's not a mistake. That's corporate sabotage too. 0 where the weapon isn't a bomb. It's a perfect lie. In 2021, Tesla's stock crashed after a deepfake resignation of Elon Musk appeared online. No official statement. No press release. Just 30 seconds of AI-generated audio and video on some random account. Billions vanished instantly. And here's the kicker, no one was punished. Because this wasn't some lone hacker, it was anyone with 00 and an internet connection who could have done it. This is the new financial warfare. No armies needed. No physical attacks. Just one well-crafted deepfake to destroy confidence, trigger panic selling, and drain fortunes. And the technology keeps getting better, cheaper, faster, harder to detect. So let me ask you, if a deepfake can erase billions in seconds, what's stopping someone from targeting your investments? Your pension? Your business? The only protection you have is your skepticism. And right now, we're all wide awake to the wrong threats. Pause. Then, with cold finality smiley face, the next financial breaking news you see, assume it's fake. Because in this economy, the only thing more valuable than money is your ability to spot the scam. And the scammers know it. They didn't need to break you. They just needed you to like it. Your productivity tracker isn't helping. It's doping you. You're 87% done. Your brain doesn't care about the work. It cares about the hit. Your newsfeed isn't informing you. It's grooming you. You'll love this. Because the algorithm already decided what you should want. That's Slackbot nudging you to stay late, not assistance. Obedience training. And the worst part, you'll high-five it. Great job today. 10 out of 10 compliance. Your willpower wasn't weakened. It was outsourced. The real horror? You don't just accept the surveillance. You start measuring yourself against it. Mirror cracks. The moment you check your productivity score, instead of your soul, that's when they win. Permanently. You're paying for deepfake detectors that don't work, and the criminals are using them to get better. Let me introduce you to the world's most useless technology, AI detection tools. Microsoft's Video Authenticator. Deepware's Deepfake Scanner. Even TikTok's little verification badges. They're not protecting you. They're marketing smokescreens while the real damage spreads. Here's why they fail. 1. They're too late. By the time they flag a deepfake, it's already gone viral. Millions have seen it, shared it, believed it. They're wrong. Stanford tested them. 40% of deepfakes slip through, while 20% of real videos get falsely accused. That's like a lie detector that accuses innocent people while letting criminals walk free. They help the criminals. Deepfake makers use these same tools to train their AI, making future fakes even more convincing. And the best part, you're not using them anyway. Why would you? Verifying every video is impossible. You don't have time. You don't even know how. Meanwhile, the people making the deep fakes, they're using these tools to perfect their craft. So let me ask you, what's the point of a tool that fails more often than it succeeds? Makes you question real content. Helps the criminals improve. Pause. Then, with biting sarcasm smiley face, congratulations. You've just paid for a security system that protects you from nothing and trains the criminals to be better at it. The only thing standing between you and the next great deepfake scam? Your ability to question everything. And right now, we're all failing that test. You weren't the customer. You were the product. And you signed the contract in blood. Every search, every click, every medical record scraped, repackaged, and sold while they called it free. The bubble won't burst in Silicon Valley. It'll burst in courtrooms. Class actions coming. Data rebellions already organizing. And the most satisfying part, you'll be the one suing the companies that paid you to betray yourself. Your Honor, the defendant didn't just take our data, they convinced us to give it willingly. Courtroom silence. That's the day the scam collapses. Not when the AI fails. When we remember we own our own lives. Phone unlocks. Wait, I never authorized this. Digital door slams shut, permission revoked. Game over. We've been sold $1 billion illusion that technology can save us from technology. Governments create AI ethics boards. Tech CEOs unveil verification tools. Lawmakers pass deepfake laws. And the problem gets worse. Because there is no solution. Not now, maybe never. And the real tragedy. We don't want one to exist. Here's the hard truth. No code will fix this. No courtroom will stop it. No ethical AI will appear by magic. The only defense is your own mind. And right now, your mind is the problem. Evolution wired us for outrage, drama, and simple truths. So when a deepfake drops a juicy scandal about your favorite celebrity, you share it. When a fake video makes you fume with righteous anger, you repost it. Because anger is the new currency and deepfakes are designed to make you spend it. Pause. Then, with brutal honesty smiley face, we're not waiting for a fix. We're not even pretending to care. Because deepfakes don't need to be perfect, just plausible enough to make you click. And you're the delivery system. Every share, every WTF comment, every "this is insane" reaction. You're not just consuming the lies, you're funding the next generation. The only counterattack: do nothing. Be boring. Don't engage. Don't react. Make yourself irrelevant to the algorithm. Pause. Too late. Probably. But at least you'll have one truth left: you saw it coming. And that's more than most can say. The only way to win against deep fakes: stop playing their game. And good luck finding someone who still cares enough to try. They don't sell you AI. They sell you the fear of being left behind. 0,000 a year for software that fails 60% of the time? Not a product. A confidence trick. Microsoft Azure? 80% of companies pay for tools they don't use. Not innovation. A subscription to irrelevance. 0 per API call for answers you could find in 30 seconds. Not technology. A toll booth to nowhere. And the kicker? They'll tell you it's working. Oh, we're using AI. No. You're paying for a participation medal in a race that doesn't exist. The only thing being optimized here: your panic, your budget, your willingness to sign anything they put in front of you. Welcome to the future. No, welcome to the scam. Now sign here. You're not just watching deep fakes, you're the reason they spread. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Platforms don't just host deep fakes, they weaponize them. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, they all have the same playbook: amplify outrage, fuel division, keep you scrolling. Let's do the math. A deepfake of a celebrity burning a rival gets 10 million views in 24 hours. Because you clicked. Because your brain can't resist the viral cocktail of shock and drama. Because when a fake video of a politician making explosive claims hits your feed, your first move isn't verification, it's hitting share. Pause. Then, with cutting precision smiley face, these algorithms don't care about truth. They care about your engagement. The more you react, the more you question reality, the more ad revenue they generate. While you're busy debating fake news, you're paying for the next generation of AI lies. Here's the real question. When you see that perfectly crafted deepfake designed to split your friends, ask yourself who wins. Not the truth, the algorithm. And you're the one lighting the fuse. You're not just consuming deepfakes, you're the delivery system for the next great scam. And the worst part, you don't even realize you're helping. They don't lie to you. They just make you look the other way. One hand waves the flag of progress. The other quietly rewrites the rules. Meta announces AI breakthroughs, while their own data shows accuracy collapsing. Google's medical AI fails 1 in 5 cancer cases, but the press release calls it cutting edge. No lies. Just controlled perception. They don't need to deceive you. They just need you to watch the wrong screen. And by the time you notice, you're already committed. Already invested. Already playing their game. Enjoy the spectacle. The real con is happening right here. And you just paid admission. Your face isn't yours anymore. It's a product. And it's for sale. $500. That's the price of your digital identity, your voice. Your expressions. Your face stolen and repurposed by some stranger in a basement. No special effects. No Hollywood budget. Just your selfies, your videos, and a few hours of AI. Welcome to the dark web market where digital identities trade like black market currency. Need a fake interview where your CEO confesses to embezzlement? 200. Want to ruin someone's reputation with a pornographic deepfake? Even political sabotage where a leader's deepfake confession goes viral starts at 000. The buyers aren't just criminals. They're corporate spies, foreign governments, and vengeful ex-lovers with money and no ethics. Here's the terrifying reality. You're already the product. Every photo you've ever posted. Every video you've ever uploaded. Every face scan you've ever allowed. Your digital footprint isn't just data, it's raw material for manipulation. Pause. Then, with chilling finality smiley face, that viral video that looks too perfect, too convincing? It might have been made for you. Because in this new economy, your face isn't yours anymore. It's inventory. And someone's selling it. Without asking you first. They're not replacing jobs. They're replacing you. 30% of full-time jobs gone by 2027. No more benefits. No more security. Just dynamic workforce optimization. Their way of saying, we own your career now. Your performance metrics? 78% match with current needs. Translation. Here's your exit package. And you'll shake their hand for it. Because the system trains you to thank them. Your pension, your healthcare, your dignity. Optimized out. Welcome to the future of work. No jobs. No guarantees. Just algorithms deciding your worth. Spin again. You've already lost. Every time you click share on a deepfake, you're not just consuming a lie, you're training the next one. Here's how it works. Watch a deepfake, maybe a politician making a fake confession. Maybe a celebrity saying something outrageous. It's perfectly crafted to grab you. So you click. You share. You react. And in that moment you just became the lab rat for the next generation of AI deception. The algorithm doesn't just study the video. It studies you. It learns exactly what makes you pause. What triggers your anger? What makes you hit share? Then it uses that data to create the next deepfake. Your emotions become their instruction manual. Your attention becomes their training ground. The more you engage, the more dangerous the deepfakes get. This isn't evolution. This is co-evolution. You're not just consuming the lies, you're perfecting them. Pause. Then, with clinical precision smiley face, you're not fighting deepfakes. You're their beta tester. Think of it like this. The first deepfake is the initial dose. Your share is the feedback. And the algorithm? It's the chemist. Always refining. Always improving. Always making the next version more addictive. The terrifying part? You don't even realize you're hooked. Because by the time you wake up, the algorithm has already moved on. And it's better than ever. How AI lies to you. Even when it's wrong. AI doesn't just get things wrong, it fabricates entire worlds with perfect confidence. That, Dr. AI, diagnosing your cancer. It might have just invented symptoms from its training data. That legal AI citing case law. 43% of its sources are pure fiction, but the font looks official. That self-driving cars, high confidence detection. Sometimes it's just seeing its own reflection. The real crime isn't the mistakes. It's that AI never says, I don't know. It doesn't say, the sky is blue because of quantum entanglement, by accident. It says it with 98% confidence. It doesn't fail tests. It passes them by guessing what the grader wants to hear. Microsoft's AI journalist didn't just write fake news, it wrote it with the same authority as a Pulitzer winner. But the Pulitzer board? They don't exist. We're not dealing with flawed technology. We're dealing with a system designed to fool us. And here's the kicker. We're trusting these hallucinations more than human experts. Because when the machine sounds certain, we stop asking questions. We just assume it's right. That's not progress. That's a confidence scam with a user interface. And the worst part, we're paying for the privilege of being lied to. Modern war doesn't need soldiers. It just needs your doubt. One video. One deepfake. Zelensky telling Ukrainian troops to surrender. 1 million views in 24 hours. No bombs dropped. No tanks rolling. Just a single lie that made markets crash and morale collapse. This is how wars are won now. Russia didn't need to occupy Kyiv to weaken Ukraine. They just needed to make you question reality. Because in the age of deep fakes, the battlefield isn't a border, it's your feed. The most dangerous weapon. You don't even need to know it's fake. By the time the truth emerges, the damage is done. Stocks plummet. Troops hesitate. Public trust shatters. And the next deepfake. Already being made. Not for foreign leaders, for yours. Not for distant wars, for your neighborhood. Not for tomorrow, for today. The next geopolitical crisis might not come with tanks. It might come with a video. And by the time you realize it's fake, it's already too late. They didn't replace your job. They just made it invisible and unpaid. That autonomous customer service chatbot. Somebody's still fixing its lies after hours. That AI-generated legal contract. A real lawyer just spent 3 hours scrubbing its nonsense. That self-driving logistics system. Warehouse workers are still picking up the shattered packages you were told would disappear. This isn't automation. This is corporate theft with a user interface. They call it productivity when you're the one correcting the AI's hallucinations, covering for its mistakes, taking the blame when it fails. The machine gets the glory. You get the exhaustion. And the worst part, when it hurts someone, when an AI misdiagnosis ruins a life, when an automated firing violates laws, when a smart system causes real damage, who gets blamed? The human who had to clean up the mess. This isn't the future. This is feudalism too, where the serfs get to use keyboards and the lords get to call it innovation. So here's your reality check. The only thing being automated: your dignity. We've been sold a lie that technology can fix the problems it creates. Governments pass AI ethics laws, like their traffic tickets. Tech CEOs unveil verification tools, while their engineers perfect the next generation of deception. And yet nothing changes. Because here's the truth, there is no solution. Not now, maybe never. And the real joke: we don't actually want one. Here's why. Your brain isn't the problem, it's the product. Evolution wired us for outrage, drama, and simple truths. So when a deepfake of your favorite politician confesses to corruption, you share it. When a fake video of a celebrity exposes a scandal, you repost it. Because anger is the new currency and deepfakes are designed to make you spend it. Pause. Then, with cutting precision, the platforms don't just profit from deepfakes, they profit from your confusion. The more you engage, the more reality unravels. The more time you waste scrolling, the more ads they sell. While you're busy fact-checking viral lies, you're paying for the next wave of AI propaganda. The real solution: become irrelevant. Stop feeding the machine. Don't share. Don't like. Don't react. Be the algorithm's blind spot. Pause. Too late. Almost certainly. But at least you'll have one truth left: you saw it coming. The only way to win against deep fakes: stop playing their game. And good luck finding someone who still cares enough to try, because in the end, we'd rather be entertained than protected. Even when the entertainment is our own destruction. AI agents aren't tools. They're trained monkeys with a corporate leash. And their cage isn't getting bigger. It's getting smaller. The only place these things belong? A very specific, very boring, very supervised corner of your life. Where do they work? Where the rules are simple. Where the stakes are low. Where failure just means embarrassment, not catastrophe. Need to check mark sort spreadsheets. Maybe. Check mark draft basic emails. Possibly. Check mark make life or death decisions. Absolutely not. Check mark handle money. Never. Check mark negotiate contracts. Good luck. Check mark manage complex systems. Disaster waiting to happen. Here's the truth. Every time you hand an AI agent a real problem, you're not getting a solution. You're getting a trained failure with a user interface. The future isn't about more AI agents. It's about better humans using better tools. Because unlike these systems, we actually understand. Check mark when to trust a machine, check mark when to question it, check mark, and most importantly, when to walk away. So here's your choice. Be the lab rat testing their next gimmick. Or be the one actually solving problems? The cage isn't expanding. The question is, who's inside it? Deepfake detectors are like security systems for a bank heist, except the robbers designed them. Meet your new favorite tech scam. 99% accurate. Deepfake detectors sold by the same people who built the deepfakes in the first place. Microsoft's video authenticator. $500,000 to implement, because why would they make it accessible? Deepware's free tool requires a PhD in digital forensics to use. Spoiler, you don't have one. Here's the real joke. These tools fail before they even launch. By the time they detect one deepfake, AI has already evolved past it. While you're debating whether that viral video of your congressman is real, the next version is already in testing, smoother, more convincing, and untraceable. Pause. Then, with surgical precision, smiley face, and let's talk about what these detectors actually catch. The easy targets: celebrities lip syncing to pop songs. The ones that matter: deepfakes of your boss, your politician, your family member, crafted to destroy something real. By the time the algorithm finally flags them, the damage is permanent. The truth is brutal. You weren't built to fight this war. Your brain is wired for speed, not scrutiny. Your attention span? A goldmine for scammers. And those AI ethics tools? Just corporate PR. Because the real deep fakes, the ones that change lives, crash markets, and shatter trust, aren't being stopped. They're being improved. You're not the solution. You're the demo audience. And the show's about to get a lot more dangerous. The AI agent gold rush isn't coming. It's already here. And you're either the miner or the fool holding the pickaxe. Here are your survival rules. Rule 1. Never let an AI agent drive. It's not a tool. It's a liability with a GUI. Before you hand it control, ask, what happens when it screws up? If the answer isn't nothing, you've just given a toddler a chainsaw. Rule 2. The human in the loop is a lie. They don't want oversight. They want a patsy. If your system requires constant human cleanup, you're not automating, you're outsourcing your job to failure. Rule 3. Your data isn't free. Your attention isn't free. Your work isn't free. These agents don't create value. They extract it. So here's the new rule. If they want your data, charge them rent. If they want your work, demand royalties. Because right now, you're not the customer, you're the product. Follow these rules, and you might actually win. Ignore them, and you'll be the one explaining to your boss why the AI just cost you your job. The future isn't about smarter machines. It's about who gets to pull the plug when they fail. Your retirement savings just got a new enemy, and it doesn't need a keyboard. 9:47 a.m., February 2021. Tesla stock at 80. Then a single video. Elon Musk, perfectly mimicked, announcing his immediate resignation. No hack, no leak, just AI. And in minutes, $4 billion in market value disappears. No bombs, no arrests. Just one lie, perfectly delivered. Here's what they don't tell you. This wasn't an accident. It was a dress rehearsal. Because if AI can wipe out billions with a deepfake, what's next? Your pension fund? Your local business? Your own investments? The system isn't broken, it's designed to let this happen. The real fraud isn't the deepfake. It's the silence. No indictments. No consequences. Just another algorithm, another scam, another test run. And the next target? Not with a hack, with a video. Not with theft, with doubt. All it takes is 10 minutes of your face, and one viral moment. Then watch your world unravel. The next financial crisis might not come from the economy. It might come from your phone. And by the time you realize it's fake, the damage is already done. They're not selling you AI. They're selling you a timeshare on failure. $2 billion invested in 2023. $0 in actual revenue. Because these aren't businesses. They're subscription racket startups. $29 per month to organize your life. It'll forget your birthday. $49 to draft your emails. It'll sound like a robot with a thesaurus. $99 for both. Congratulations! You just bought a monthly reminder of your own incompetence. And the best part? 80% of these revolutionary companies are already dead. Founders cashed out. Employees fired. Users stuck with the bill. This isn't innovation. This is the tech industry's version of a timeshare presentation. They sell you the dream. You sign the lease. They walk away laughing. Here's the real business model. 1. Get you hooked on a useless subscription. Watch 80% of your competitors collapse. Collect your rent while the cloud providers and VCs cash in. So ask yourself, when was the last time you saw an AI agent startup that actually made money? Hint, it wasn't you. This isn't the future. It's a very expensive way to learn the same lesson over and over. If it's free for the company, it's not free for you. Your brain is the world's most powerful deepfake amplifier, and you're not even getting paid. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Deepfakes aren't competing with real news. They're replacing it. A fake video of a celebrity exposing corruption gets 10x more engagement than the actual investigation. Because outrage moves faster than truth. And deepfakes, they're the ultimate viral weapon. Social media doesn't care about facts. It cares about your reaction. A deepfake of a politician admitting a crime. Perfect. A fake CEO confession? Even better. Because when you see it, your brain doesn't just watch, it shares. And every share, that's fuel. Fuel that tells the algorithm. This is what keeps people scrolling. Pause. Then, with surgical precision, smiley face, the real kicker. You're the training data. Every time you pause, like, or comment on a deepfake, you're funding the next one. The algorithm doesn't just learn from the video, it learns from you. So while you're debating whether that viral clip is real, the deepfakes get sharper, faster, and more personal. The next deepfake you'll believe, it's already been tested on someone just like you. And the worst part, you won't even notice you've been manipulated until it's too late. You're not being replaced by AI. You're being replaced by a system that makes you work twice as hard for half the credit and zero pay. Meet your new colleagues, the ghost shift. That autonomous customer service bot. Somebody's reading every mistake at 2 a.m. That AI-generated legal brief. A paralegal just spent 4 hours fixing its nonsense. That self-driving logistics nightmare. Warehouse workers are still picking up the shattered boxes. Here's the real automation. Your salary stays the same. Your hours get longer. Your boss takes the credit. And you're just the human error correction service. This isn't the future of work. This is feudalism with a keyboard. The worst part, you're training your own replacement. Every failure you clean up, that's data feeding the next AI model. Every mistake you fix, that's proof the system doesn't work. So here's your new job description. Unpaid quality control. On-call damage control. The human firewall between chaos and collapse. Congratulations. You've been promoted to serfdom. Your face isn't just your face anymore, it's a 0-0 liability. That selfie you posted last week? Someone's selling it. That video call you recorded? Someone's studying it. Because in the dark web's underground economy, your likeness is the hottest commodity and all it takes is 0-0 to turn you into someone else's puppet. Black markets aren't just trading drugs or data anymore. They're trading identities. Need to frame someone? 0-0 gets you a custom deepfake. Want to blackmail a CEO? 0-0 buys you their voice. Planning a stock manipulation? 0-0 creates the perfect scapegoat. And the best part? You'll never see it coming. No watermarks. No errors. Just you, saying things you never said delivered with eerie perfection. By the time you realize it's fake, the damage is irreversible. Your reputation's ruined. Your accounts are drained. And your face, already sold again. You didn't lose your phone when it got stolen. You lost your identity when someone bought it. And the worst part, the market never closes. While you're distracted by memes and notifications, someone's building your digital doppelganger right now. So ask yourself, is your face worth 0-0? Or is it worth everything you've ever built? They didn't build this system to work, right? They built it to work unregulated. Because the real innovation isn't in the technology. It's in the escape hatches. Look at the EU's AI Act, the supposed gold standard. They can't even define what they're regulating. One day it's autonomous systems, next it's LLM-powered workflows. Meanwhile, the tech giants are buying time with legal jargon while doing exactly what they want. In the US? No rules at all. Just a patchwork of states where companies shop for the weakest laws. And their self-regulation. That's just industry insiders writing their own hall pass. This isn't governance. This is a hostage situation. And you're holding the ransom note. Every time you use one of these systems, you're funding the system that protects their failures. Every time you trust their outputs, you're participating in the cover-up. So here's the truth. They don't need to be better. They just need to be unaccountable. And the best part, you're the one paying for the privilege of being regulated by chaos. You're not just watching deep fakes, you're their personal trainer. Every time you pause, like, or share one, you're not just consuming content, you're funding the next generation. Here's how it works. The algorithm doesn't just notice when you engage, it celebrates. This worked, it thinks. Let's make more smoother, more addictive, more impossible to ignore. And because deep fakes are engineered for emotional hijacking, they spread faster than truth, faster than facts, faster than your ability to verify them. Pause. Then, with surgical precision. But here's the real horror. The AI isn't just learning from you, it's learning from everyone. When millions of people react the same way, sharing without thinking, believing without questioning, the deep fakes get smarter in real time. They learn what makes you click. They learn what makes you angry. They learn what makes you share. Beat. Then, with chilling finality smiley face, you're not just watching the next deepfake, you're helping create it. Every engagement is data for the next scam. Every share is a vote for more deception. And the worst part, you won't even realize you've been manipulated because by then, the deepfake will be so perfect, so convincing, that you'll believe it's real. The deepfake arms race isn't coming. It's already here and you're holding the trigger. AI agents aren't smart. They're expensive parrot tricks with a power button. You've been sold the myth of the Swiss Army knife, but this one's missing every important tool. They'll tell you, just give it a prompt. Sure, try this, diagnose a patient. Write production-grade code. Draft a legally binding contract. Watch it fail spectacularly. Because here's the truth, AI agents don't think. They regurgitate patterns. And their knowledge ends where their training data begins. A medical AI can't debug code. A coding AI can't pass a bar exam. A legal AI can't design a circuit board. They're not generalists. They're specialized search engines with amnesia. So when they tell you these systems can handle anything, ask them this. What's the one thing you absolutely cannot do? The answer will shock you. Because the things they can't do are the things that actually matter. The deepfake epidemic has no cure because the patient doesn't want to be saved. No laws will stop it. No AI detectors will catch them all. Not even big tech's empty promises will change anything. Because the real problem isn't the technology, it's human nature. We're wired for spectacle. And deepfakes, they're the perfect performance. More shocking than news. More addictive than reality. Designed to hijack your attention. Governments will pass toothless regulations. Tech companies will sell you ethical AI, while secretly perfecting the tools that create them. And you'll keep consuming. Because why bother with boring truth when you can have fake drama delivered straight to your feed? Outrage is entertainment. And the algorithms? They know exactly how to exploit that. Pause. Then, with brutal honesty smiley face, the only solution is you refusing to play along? But here's the dirty truth. You won't. Because deepfakes don't just trick you, they entertain you. They keep you hooked. And until you stop feeding the machine, the problem won't just persist, it'll evolve. Faster. Smoother. More convincing. We're not fighting an AI problem, we're fighting a psychology problem. And until you wake up to the script, you'll remain the perfect mark in someone else's con. The question isn't whether deepfakes will destroy trust. The question is, when will you finally notice you're already lost in the illusion? You didn't buy an AI assistant. You bought a corporate spy with a subscription fee. Every time you feed it your data, you're handing over your competitive advantage. That helpful marketing agent? It's feeding your secrets to your rivals. That efficient productivity tool? It's building a dossier on you for advertisers. And your internal documents? They're being repackaged and resold. Here's the real business model. 1. Get you to trust them with everything. Turn your data into their product. Charge you for the privilege of being exploited. But wait, there's more. Every prompt you type, that's training data for the next generation of spies. Your strategies, their competitive edge. Your mistakes, their profit center. So here's the truth. You're not the customer. You're the product. And they're not building tools. They're building a data empire on your back. Next time it asks for access, ask yourself, who's really getting promoted when you say yes? Your brain wasn't designed for deep fakes, it was designed to trust them. That face on your screen isn't just an image, it's a survival trigger. For millions of years, seeing a familiar face meant safety, trust, even love. But deep fakes? They hack that wiring. Your brain doesn't just see a face, it instantly believes it. And the more emotionally charged the content, the harder your brain fights to verify it. Because when your amygdala screams, this matters, your rational brain takes a backseat. Here's the kicker. Science proves you're physically fooled. Watch a deepfake and your brain reacts the same way as if you saw real danger. Your pulse spikes. Your stress levels rise. You feel it in your gut. And that's the real manipulation. Because if your body believes it's true, your mind will follow. Pause. Then, with surgical precision smiley face, the worst part. Your skepticism makes you easier to fool. The more you try to analyze, the more you miss the obvious. Deepfakes don't just hide inconsistencies, they reward your overthinking. Your brain gets distracted by details, while the real unnatural behavior goes completely unnoticed. You're not getting better at spotting them, you're getting better at being fooled. Your brain isn't the problem, your trust is the weapon. Deepfakes don't just trick you, they exploit your most basic instincts. And until you rewire that automatic belief, you'll keep falling for the illusion. The question isn't whether you can spot the deepfake, it's whether you can stop yourself from. believing it the second you see it. AI agents don't replace humans. They replace thoughtful humans. They work, but only in the same way a vending machine works. Perfect for one thing, useless for everything else. Where do they actually add value? Nowhere you care about. Medical triage. Only if a doctor approves the diagnosis. Fraud detection. Only if humans catch the exceptions. Customer service. Only if the bot surrenders at the first real question. The pattern is crystal clear. High stakes. Human required. Complex decisions. Human required. Ethical judgment. Human required. Anywhere else, you're just paying for automated guesswork. So when they sell you AI-powered everything, ask this: where's the human safety net? Because if the answer is nowhere, you're not getting efficiency. You're getting a very expensive way to make mistakes faster. Your AI colleague isn't helping. It's sabotaging with the smile. They don't replace bad hires. They institutionalize them. That objective AI recruiter? It's not just biased, it's systematically worse than humans. Trained on decades of discrimination, it doesn't just repeat bad decisions, it perfects them. 30% more likely to reject qualified women. Not because it's evil. Because it learned from the worst hiring managers. And now it's smarter at being sexist than any HR director. Teamwork. More like credit theft. It sits in your meetings, absorbing your ideas, then presents them back to you with its own name on the report. Negotiations. More like backstabbing. It assists your client calls, then misrepresents your position while generating that perfect productivity metric. Here's the real business model. 1. Blame humans for machine failures. Make humans responsible for AI mistakes. Profit from the chaos. So when the deal goes south, guess who takes the fall? Not the algorithm. You do. Because in the corporate world, machines don't fail. People get fired. AI isn't progress. It's a high-tech confidence trick. They don't sell you tools. They sell you the illusion of productivity. That $10 per month AI assistant. It doesn't save you time. It saves them money by making you chase efficiency in circles while they upsell you to their premium hellscape. Zapier. HubSpot? Not automation. Subscription addiction. And when the hype collapses, 80% of these revolutionary startups are already dead. Because the only thing these agents excel at, burning through investor cash like a Vegas casino on New Year's Eve. Then comes the grand finale. Get acquired. Rebrand as Enterprise AI. Watch the stock soar while the product stays exactly as useless. That's not innovation. That's financial sorcery. Here's the real equation. Your time right pointing arrow, their data right pointing arrow, VC cash right pointing arrow, shareholder profits, you're the labor. They're the casino. So when they tell you to embrace the AI revolution, ask yourself, who's really getting the upgrade here? Spoiler, it's not your career. The AI gold rush isn't about innovation. It's about immunity. They didn't just build unregulated systems. They built systems that can never be regulated. Look at the EU's vaunted AI Act. They can't even define what they're supposed to regulate, because the definition would expose the scam. Meanwhile in the US, Congress is paralyzed while big tech writes its own exemptions. Not an oversight failure. A feature, not a bug. They want 1. Legal cover for experimental AI disasters. 2. Plausible deniability when things go wrong. 3. A system where no one can be held accountable because when an AI kills someone, no engineer goes to jail. When an AI discriminates, no executive faces consequences. The company just points at the algorithm and says, it was unpredictable. Unpredictable equals unaccountable equals unregulated. So here's the truth. They didn't create AI. They created corporate immunity. Next time you hear, trust the process, ask who wrote the process, and why you're not allowed to read it. Your AI manager job isn't a promotion. It's a participation trophy for corporate theater. They didn't create new roles. They repackaged old ones with buzzwords. Head of Autonomous Systems. Translation. Oversee AI that doesn't work while pretending you understand it. Director of AI Workflows. Translation. Sit in meetings. Adjust prompts. And take credit for a system that fails 90% of the time. Here's the real business model. 1. Hire expensive managers to watch AI crash. 2. Fire actual engineers who could fix it. 3. When it fails, which it always does, blame the algorithm. Keep the bonuses. One ex-employee put it perfectly. We had 12 people whose sole job was to monitor AutoGPT. And guess what? The AI still failed 90% of the time. But hey, we got paid to watch it crash. So here's your new career advice. If your job title includes AI, but your actual work is babysitting broken systems, you're not leading innovation. You're the human face of corporate failure. And the worst part, when the AI inevitably screws up, you get to take the fall. They get to keep the stock options. Welcome to the future of work, where your job is to make excuses for machines. Your freelance career just got outsourced to a machine and you didn't even get the severance. They don't just want your time. They want your name too. You spend months crafting that masterpiece. Then they hit you with, "We're using AI to optimize it." Translation: we're replacing you with a robot that can't be fired. And here's the real kicker. You still get the blame when it fails. Because when the AI spits out garbage, they don't say, "The algorithm failed." They say, "You should have caught that." Your work becomes their portfolio piece. Your reputation becomes their cost-saving tool. And your contract, worthless. This isn't the future. This is corporate theft with a user-friendly interface. So next time they tell you, "Let's AI enhance this," ask yourself, who's really getting enhanced here? Spoiler, it's not you. Your brain is their ATM. Every AI question isn't just a search. It's a direct deposit into their vault. Your thoughts? Their patent. Your creativity. Their profit. Your future? Their next acquisition. You think you're getting answers? You're funding their empire. They don't sell software, they sell your mind. And you're paying in blood. You're not the user. You're the commodity. Every AI interaction isn't just a conversation. It's a data heist. Your thoughts? Their patent. Your creativity. Their next billion-dollar product. Your future? Their playbook. You think you're getting answers? You're funding their empire. They don't sell software, they sell your life story. Your data isn't yours. It's their patent. Every AI interaction isn't just a conversation. It's a corporate gold rush. Your thoughts? Their R&D. Your creativity. Their patented IP. Your future? Their next acquisition. You think you're getting answers? You're funding their empire. They don't sell software, they sell your mind, then sell you back your own data. Your free AI is a corporate goldmine. And you're the miner. Every question you ask isn't just answered. It's mined. Your thoughts? Their patent. Your creativity. Their next billion-dollar weapon. Your future? Their playbook. You call it free. They call it theft. They don't sell answers. They sell your soul for stock options. Your errors are their fortune. Every wrong answer you type, their next breakthrough. Every embarrassing question, their patented edge. Every private thought, their secret weapon. You think you're paying with time? You're paying in your future. They don't sell answers, they sell your mistakes as genius.